Secrets from my mastermind time with Dean Graziosi, Part 1. Look for the little things in between the big things. Look for the nuances. Welcome back to the Twin Win, the only live stream on the internet that allows you to get the twin win of succeeding in business while winning at home so that you can stop existing and start living. My name is Jay Allen Hull, and I go live almost every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And today I want to talk to you about the time that I spent with Dean Graziosi just this past weekend. As a matter of fact, let's see, today's Wednesday, so it was just a few days ago, it was Friday and Saturday, that I was with Dean Graziosi and a lot of very high-level, amazing entrepreneurs sharing and growing together and working on each other's businesses together. And I wanted to bring back to you some of the key takeaways, some of the key teachings and lessons learned so that you can learn and grow along with me. So let's get started. The first thing that Dean Graziosi opened the mastermind with, his very first thing was to look for the little things in between the big things, to look for the nuances. And he shared a story about this time that he was in this really high-level mastermind himself. He, paid $100,000 for something like that. And somebody got up there, and he's with all of these multi-millionaires and billionaires, and they're making all this money, and this guy gets up there, and he's only making like $7 million a year, right? Compared to these other guys that are making 50, 100 million a year. And they everybody around him just kind of checked out, he said. And this guy went on and started sharing some things. And Dean's like, I'm going to listen. I'm really going to listen. And he said something that shifted the way Dean runs his challenges, some of the things that he does in his challenges. And if he hadn't listened, if he'd been like, I'm the king of challenges, I know what I'm doing, I'm great, he would have missed that, and he would have left a lot of people unserved because he wouldn't have been able to reach out to these other groups of people that weren't signing up for his challenges, that weren't accepting his offers and his challenges. So that's what he started with, and that's where I sat down and I said, here's my notes. I got a whole ton of notes this weekend, and fortunately they recorded it, and I'm going to go back and rewatch the recordings. But I'd like to share with you that idea. I go live every day, and sometimes people see the titles and they go, I already know that. Or you see a challenge, or you see some big name and they're talking about something, you stop the scroll, and then you go, that's something I've already know how to do, or I've already implemented. And I want to encourage you to just read between the lines, look for the little things in between the big things, the nuances. That's what I did this weekend. I set that intention in my mind, and I got so much value, even though a lot of the things that were said were things that I've already heard, but I looked at them from a different way. Every time I go to one of these masterminds, the same thing happens, and every time I come back, I implement those little things, and it makes huge differences in my business. So I want to encourage you to do that. Those little things, large gates are often opened and closed on little hinges. And that's what you have to understand. It's those little nuances, those little things that you need to do to get better. You're like, man, how do I improve my email open rates? How do I improve my sign-up rates? How do I improve? Well, it's not a big thing usually. Sometimes it is, but if it's a big thing, that means you're just really screwing things up. Most of you guys have been getting some traction. You've been getting some success. So that's the key, is for you that has some traction, has some success. Look at the little things you're doing. Maybe it's a word in your email. Maybe it's the way you start it. Maybe it's the way you phrase it. You absolutely know I love the psychology and the brain, how the brain works, how we think, all of those things, and hacking the brain. And that's where I come back to, well, if things aren't working, is there a better way to phrase this? Is there a better way to invite this group of people into my world, into my life, into the things that I'm doing? So that's what I want to encourage you to do, is go back. And even if you're not doing it great, even if you're just barely starting out, again, go back and look at the nuances, look at the little things and see, will this help me to have a better launch? If this is your first launch, if this is your 50th launch, will this help you have a better launch on the 50th time, the 50th go round versus, getting the same results and going, man, how do we break that? Whatever it is you're stuck at, if it's a 50% open rate or if it's a 30% sign up rate, how do we break that and get to that next level? Usually it's a little thing. So that's what I want to encourage you to do, because it's those little things. That's how we succeed in business and win at home. Even at home, it's the little things. What are the little things, the little nuances, the little things you can change that make big impact in your relationship with your family, your friends, your community? How can you serve better without having to think about a big grandiose thing? But what is the little thing you can do today to start shifting things in your home, shifting things in your business so that you can succeed in business while winning at home. So please give me a like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, this is how you succeed in business while winning at home so that you can stop existing and start living. We'll see you guys later. Bye.